as the Falcons get ready to match up with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Ready. Get ready.
Check.
21.
I got it. 45.
Ito Smith, his first carry. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
And the judge does a nice job there of navigating and picking up some yardage. Remember, no Tevin Coleman in the backfield, so he's moved up in the pecking order, getting a lot of playing time for these Atlanta Falcons. Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3.
Hey, watch the ball.
39.
Check.
Hey, Zoo.
Check. 45.
Here's Ryan. And this is going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
This will be taken at the 10. Give them 11 yards that time on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 21. The second-year man from USC, this is Ronald Jones. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
Only one way to describe Ronald Jones' rookie season with Tampa Bay, and that's disappointing. Drafted to be their lead runner, just 23 carries on a team that ranked 29th in the NFL in rushing.
He finds his tight end Howard. That's complete. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
And with the Buccaneers' new coaching staff, you have to figure they're going to want to use O.J. Howard a little bit more this season. 34 catches, 565 yards last year. But that was in only 10 games. 6'6", 251, and can run. Find a way to get him the ball as they just did there.
A pass down the middle is fought for and hauled in. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
First down, Winston. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
Chris Godwin, the former Penn Stater, should see an increase in action and production in 2019 with Adam Humphries and Deshaun Jackson gone from the team. 842 yards in 2018, second only to Mike Evans on the Buccaneers.
Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. They'll throw again. Winston. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. And they're going to drop him well shy of the 1st as he can only make it to the 11. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
And Gay knocks this one through. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how the defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got a look at it, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35.
45. Mike, 45.
Now Ryan. Forced out to his left. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Bravo!
Throwing again on 2nd down. Ryan, he'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. And he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
They'll run it here with Smith. And he's going to get the 1st down as they bring him down at the 23. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Ready, Blue 80! Blue 80! Hey, express!
Let's go one more. Kill.
51, jump!
Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. What we got? Share.
Wait! Gun!
On 1st down, it's Smith.
Go.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Long step. It's going to be a long step.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the Bucs' 21-yard line.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Back now in Atlanta's 2nd quarter action. The Falcons with the football as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
11, gun. Base.
Here's Ryan to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Aqib Talib.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Wait.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Tackle made there by Nick Perry.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Winston, a handoff. This is Jones. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Hey, 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
Here's Winston. And incomplete. Almost intercepted. The D lineman almost had it. Couldn't hang on.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now, and I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Hey, Charlie. Hey, we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet. Ready, set.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. So that right there was his second pick, but keep in mind, this is a guy who once had a rare 3-interception game in his career.
So what are you saying, that getting 2 in a game, that's like kid stuff for him? That's nothing. He's already done that, right? Been there, done that. You know he wants a third again.
Now a first down carry by Jones. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuck that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. That would have been from way downtown. Pretty big roll of the dice, and he comes up a bit short.
Yeah, you knew when you saw the holder setting up on the other side of the 50 that this was going to be a long shot. But to me, there's really no loss here because you've shown confidence in him. Kicking it from a long distance, that'll pay dividends. And the miss, you can shake that one off. It wasn't likely to make it in the first place.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
54, down. Let's go. Shit. Hey, express. Hey, wahoo. Hey, South. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Pick me up. Here we go. Mike 54. All right, 25.
Now it's Ryan. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch 54. And watch your leg.
This is Smith. Tackle made by Justin Evans.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. On 2nd and 9, Ryan, he's got Smith here. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On first down, Ryan. This is caught. It's Sanu this time for a Falcon touchdown. Mohamed Sanu, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Yeah, after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Jameis to throw it. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 43 yards. Here's Jones. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two. On 2nd and 12, Winston. He completes it to Evans. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it? Because those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Winston. Open man is Howard, the tight end. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. To throw again on 2nd down. Winston. This will be caught at about the 5. That one a first down pickup of 8.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. From the gun, Winston. And out Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bucs are going to retake the lead.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Hey, Tuesday.
Ryan now going to try to run the option left. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Buccaneers out on top. As we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. It was Ricardo Allen there on the coverage.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you. Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Jones. And he's got some space here. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That one 28 yards on the ground.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Got to do better. Come on, QB, come on.
Hey, stop.
Check.
Okay. Check. 26. Tommy. Let him go.
They'll try to throw now. Winston. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. But it'll be 2nd and goal.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Chris Godwin hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get...
He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. Touchdown, Falcons. Ito Smith with touchdown number 7 on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
That's it, baby. We gon'
The
work.
Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Man, give these traps. Let's go. Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Hey, 55 on the 50. Let's go.
They'll try the right side with Jones. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd. They'll go again to Jones. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
3 plays and out. It's 4th down.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9.
Let's go, let's go. Easy, easy, easy. Run shit. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Mike 54.
They're indeed going. It's Winston. Airing this one out for Evans. Going for Evans, but that pass is intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Let's go.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
Get ready. Get ready. 54, South. Space, space. 45, Mike, 45. Hey, keep it up. Keep it up. Hey, check Mike 45. Check Mike 45.
After the interception, here's Ryan. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Shaquille Barrett able to record his 5th sack of the season. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
Chopper! Chopper! Check 45 to Mike. Check 45.
Another try after the first down sack. Ryan under pressure again, and down he goes again. Shaquille Barrett in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons.
No, gun. Check.
Ryan. He's going to fire one deep left sideline, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, we quit counting yardage on that one, didn't we? That was truly 3rd and a mile, wasn't it?
It was. I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the first down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up the huge chunk unsuccessfully. I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage just to gain some field position.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 48-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Wait.
They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Off the play fake, Winston. And that's incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped.
Check. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. Here we go.
And they try to sweep to Jones. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that first down gain of 8. And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. Now Winston on 4th down. Looking for Perriman there. He's got him. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a 3rd situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
Smith, and running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
That's it, baby.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, 59, ready. Hey, South.
Here's Ryan. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
You can't block me. You can't block me. Wide. Get wide.
And the blitz does come. And he fires one, but incomplete. Had to pass there, 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. They'll indeed go for it with Ryan. Open man, Smith-Schuster. It's complete. It's a gain of 16. First down, Falcons. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Matt Ryan trying to lead the Falcons from behind. Last year in 16 starts, just one fourth-quarter comeback for the QB.
6-6, pull it high.
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. There goes a deep ball, end zone, and it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Aqib Talib, and he will take it on out to the 20-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it was against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct.
Wait.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Boy, tight game like this, 4th quarter, personal foul penalties, a no-no.
Yeah, we know the emotions are running high. The tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately win it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They try to run on first down, but this defense says no dice. They stop them a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage. Well, I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Winston from the gun on 3rd down. Open man has got it. It's complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 40. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire.
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now in the ball game for Jameis Winston as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
Let's go!
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Down!
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
Recon, 132 fighter.
It's 2nd and inches at their 49-yard line.
Check, 45. 51. Let's go, baby. 5. Get that ball. 45. 25 tonight.
On 2nd and inches, Ryan, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Ryan now to throw on 3rd down. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
61, matchbox lights. Watch out.
Now it's Smith. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
Ready. Free plans. Right. He's checking. Takes 3. 218, chop it. '21. Get up.
From midfield now, here's Ryan. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Ryan. And the pressure gets to him again. Devin White in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Third and long. It's Ryan. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Devin White picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
The Falcons will go for it. It's Ryan. Flush to his right. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off near the 32. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. A 1st down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Again, it's Jones. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. The Bucs on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 7. Now the toss to Jones, running right. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And it's taken in at the 9. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being...
And got his man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So with the pass being completed, they'll go ahead and take that instead.
Nothing extra to be gained. Pass interference at the spot, completed the pass. That was your play. So it might as well have not even had the penalty.
You ain't doing nothing today. Wait!
Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. Now a desperation. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, Falcons. Travis Kelce, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. There's certainly some importance to this one now. After the touchdown, they could get this down to a field goal with a 2-point conversion. They'll look to throw. And he's got it here for the 2 points, but there is a marker down, so we'll have to see what that's about. So with the completed pass and the yardage they got, they'll decline the penalty.
So obviously more yards on the pass completion than they would have gained with the penalty. They did the math. They did it well, and it works for them.
So they needed the onside kick. They got it. Now they need a field goal.
And that's the beauty of this. They don't have to get 6. A field goal ties the ball game for them. Nicely executed play.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
He's coming, 51, down! Sponge, no!
Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Aqib Talib. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
Ready. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Don't let him breathe.
Winston will kneel down, and that